Hello, welcome to Pristine Animation. It's Ayush and today we'll learning about our solar system. This is 360-degree video, so you can tilt your device or surface screen to see either sides. So let's start. Our solar system is our local neighborhood in space and is dominated by the Sun. The Sun is huge, about 1 million Earths could fit inside it, and it makes up about 99.8% of our solar system's mass. 8 major planets circle the Sun. These are divided into two groups. The inner solar system, the small rocky planets Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. The outer solar system, the massive gas giants beyond. The asteroid belt, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Apart from Mercury and Venus, all the planets have moons. In addition, there are dwarf planets like Pluto and countless numbers of smaller bodies, including asteroids and comets. Astronomical observations from Earth and robotic exploration spacecraft have revealed that each planet has its own unique characteristics, but there is still much more to learn.
Everything in space, for example planet, sun, moon, galaxy, has its own specific sound, and the sound which you will hear is the sound of that planet.
The Sun. In this video you can see the surface to Sun. The Sun is the center of our solar system. It is a star, and like all stars, it does not have a solid surface. Instead, it is a ball of gas held together by its own immense gravity, and generates heat and light. Our Sun is a medium-sized star, and its yellow color indicates its temperature is in the medium range for stars. Really hot stars appear blue-white in color, while the coolest stars are in red in color. There are 8 planets in our solar system that are described below. Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system, about 4,900 kilometers in diameter, and the closest to the Sun. It is a rocky planet with a sun-scorched, wrinkly surface. Mercury takes just 88 Earth days to orbit the Sun, but it rotates very slowly. A day on Mercury is 58 Earth days long. At nighttime, Mercury's surface temperatures can drop to -173 degrees Celsius, but in the daytime they can reach 427 degrees Celsius. Mercury has no atmosphere, and its arid, dry surface is scarred by countless asteroid, meteor, and comet impacts. Now the next planet to Sun is Venus. Venus is similar in size to Earth, with a diameter of 12,100 kilometers. It is the hottest world in the solar system, with surface temperatures reaching 462 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to melt lead. Venus became this hot as its thick carbon dioxide atmosphere traps heat like a greenhouse. A year on Venus is 225 Earth days long, but the planet spins so slowly, and in the opposite direction to the spin of most of the other planets, that it takes 243 Earth days to complete one rotation. This means that one Venus day rotation is longer than its year orbit time. Observations using radar have revealed that there are thousands of volcanoes on the surface of Venus, some up to 240 kilometers in diameter. Evidence strongly suggests that volcanic activity is still occurring. Seen from Earth, Venus is the brightest object in the night sky apart from the moon.
Everything in space, for example planet, sun, moon, galaxy, has its own specific sound, and the sound which you will hear is the sound of that planet.
Now the next planet to Sun is Earth. The Earth is third next planet to Sun. Earth is the largest of the terrestrial, or rocky, planets, 12,742 kilometers in diameter, and has the greatest density of any planet in the solar system. Earth is the only world in the universe where life is currently known to exist. The atmosphere is composed mainly of nitrogen, 78%, and oxygen, 21%. with surface temperatures ranging from -88 to 58 degrees Celsius. Earth is the only place in the solar system where water exists in all three forms: solid, liquid and gas. Our planet only has one moon, with a radius about 1/4 of the Earth's, making it the largest moon compared to its parent planet. Now in this scene you can see the surface of Moon. It's only a natural satellite of our Earth. Its diameter is 3,575 kilometers. Their distance from Earth change with time. The maximum distance from Earth and Moon is apogee, which is 406,000 kilometers, and minimum distance between Earth and Moon is perigee, which is 364,000 kilometers. The size of Moon is 1/4 the size of Earth. The height mountain on the Moon is Neptune mountain, which is 1,066 kilometers in height. Moon has no temperature, hence no medium to travel of sound. It takes 27 days 7 hours 43 minutes to rotate on its axis. Only its 59% surface is visible from the Earth. Gravitational pull is 1/6 to that of Earth. That means, a body which is 6 kilograms on Earth is 1 kilogram on Moon. The temperature during daytime is about 100 degrees C, and during night is 180 degrees C. Its light takes 1.3 seconds to reach on the Earth. Study of Moon is called selenology. For the first time Neil Armstrong visit to Moon with spacecraft Apollo 11. He collects many information about Moon, but only few he shared. There are so many mysteries about Moon that are not solved that time. Now the next fourth planet is Mars. In this video you can see a river on Mars' surface. You can tilt your device or screen to see either sides. Mars has a surface temperature range of -125 degrees Celsius between -20 degrees Celsius. A day on Mars is about 40 minutes longer than an Earth day, and it takes 687 days to orbit the Sun. Mars may once have been Earth-like, but has now lost its surface water and possesses only a very thin carbon dioxide atmosphere. Most of Mars' atmosphere was either oxidized into its iron-rich surface, forming the rusty red color we see today, or lost to space over time due to Mars' weak gravity. Orbiting spacecraft and rovers have provided considerable evidence that there was once water flowing on the surface of Mars. Water may even exist today, frozen as permafrost beneath the surface. Mars has seasons, like the Earth, and polar caps composed of carbon dioxide ice and water ice. Mars boasts the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons, which is 25 kilometers tall, almost 3 times the height of Mt. Everest. Mars has 2 tiny moons, Phobos and Deimos, which were discovered in 1877 and appear to be captured asteroids.
Everything in space, for example planet, sun, moon, galaxy, has its own specific sound, and the sound which you will hear is the sound of that planet.
Now the next fifth planet is Jupiter. In this video you can see Jupiter. This is largest planet in our solar system, with an equatorial diameter of 141,000 kilometers. Jupiter is a gas giant, a huge ball of hydrogen and helium gas with possibly a small rocky or icy core. 1,000 Earths could fit inside Jupiter. A day on Jupiter is just 10 hours long, but it takes 12 Earth years to circle the Sun. The temperature at the top of Jupiter's clouds is -108 degrees Celsius. Massive lightning storms have been observed on Jupiter, as well as auroras at its north and south poles. Jupiter has a ring system consisting of 4 rings. 67 moons have been discovered around Jupiter so far. Its 4 largest moons, which were first seen by Galileo in 1610, are fascinating worlds in their own right. These moons are called Ganymede, which is larger than Mercury, Callisto, a ball of rock and ice, Io, a boiling world of active volcanoes and lava lakes, and Europa, with a cracked, icy shell believed to cover an ocean of liquid water which may possibly harbor life.
Everything in space, for example planet, sun, moon, galaxy, has its own specific sound, and the sound which you will hear is the sound of that planet.
This is 360-degree video, so you can tilt your device or surface screen to see either sides.
Now the next sixth planet is Saturn. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun, has an equatorial diameter of 120,536 kilometers and is comprised primarily of hydrogen, but its upper cloud layers include ammonia and water ices. Saturn takes 10 hours 39 minutes to complete one rotation and 29.45 Earth years to orbit the Sun. Like Jupiter, Saturn has complex cloud bands, with a temperature of -139 degrees Celsius, and massive storms, lightning and auroras. Saturn is most well known for its glorious and complex ring system, which is made up of billions of pieces of water ice ranging in size from a centimeter to chunks the size of icebergs. The rings are very wide, about 100,000 kilometers across, but not very deep, being less than a kilometer thick. Saturn has 62 known moons, some of which play an important part in shaping the structure of the ring system. Saturn's largest moon, Titan, is the second largest in the solar system and has a dense atmosphere made up of nitrogen and methane. Methane exists on Titan in solid, liquid, and gaseous states, just like water on Earth, and there are rivers and lakes of liquid methane on its surface. Titan is considered a possible location for life to evolve, though it would be very different from life on Earth.
Enceladus is the only moon of Saturn which having water on its surface. Enceladus was discovered on August 1789, by William Herschel, but little was known about it until the two Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 passed nearby in the early 1980s. Now the next seventh planet is Uranus. Uranus was the first planet to be discovered using a telescope. It was found by Sir William Herschel in 1781. It is an unusual world, tipped on its side by an ancient impact. With an equatorial diameter of 50,000 kilometers, Uranus rotates every 17¼ hours, in a counterclockwise direction, like Venus, and takes 84 Earth years to complete its orbit of the Sun. Uranus has a smoggy atmosphere of hydrogen, helium, and methane over an icy interior. It has the coldest planetary atmosphere in the solar system, with a minimum temperature of -224.2 degrees Celsius. Uranus has 13 known rings, made of much darker particles than the rings of Jupiter and Saturn, perhaps the result of the destruction of an ancient moon by an impact. Uranus has 27 known moons. Titania, less than half the size of our moon, is the largest, but Miranda is the most interesting, with its tortured surface of deep fault canyons, terraced layers, and a chaotic variation in surface ages and features. Now the next eighth planet is Neptune. Neptune, the outermost of the major planets, was discovered by telescope, in 1846, by Urbain Le Verrier and Johann Galle, as the result of mathematical calculations. It is a little smaller than Uranus, equatorial diameter 49,528 kilometers, and similar in composition, but its atmosphere is racked by fierce winds, measured at traveling 600 m per second, and giant storms. Neptune takes 164.8 years to complete an orbit about the Sun, but its day lasts just over 16 hours. Neptune has a thin system of 5 rings, composed of ice particles and dust grains, and 14 known moons. Triton, the largest moon, has geysers spewing out nitrogen and dust from below the surface. Now the next is Pluto. Like Neptune, Pluto was also discovered mathematically, by Clyde Tombaugh. Once considered a planet, Pluto is now categorized as a dwarf planet due to its small size, an estimated diameter of 2370 km. Pluto has 5 known moons. Pluto was finally explored in 2015. Amazing images of Pluto and its large moon Charon have revealed 2 very different icy worlds, with complex and unexpected geology, demonstrating that we still have much to learn about our solar system. Now Pluto have no status of planet due to its unelliptical orbits.
This video is made by Pristine Animation.